The Old Kingdom is often considered a pinnacle of ancient Egyptian culture, architecture, and societal development, marked by the construction of the pyramids, which served as monumental tombs for the pharaohs. The schenti, made of linen, symbolized status. The finer the cloth, the higher the wearer's status. Men of all classes wore this kilt-like garment, but nobles and pharaohs adorned theirs with intricate pleating and sometimes gold thread. The garment's quality was a visual indicator of wealth and social standing. This period of Egyptian history is characterized by the establishment of a centralized state, advancements in art and architecture, and the flourishing of cultural and religious practices. The grandeur of the pyramids, the sophistication of the art, and the depth of the religious beliefs all reflect the greatness achieved during this era. Understanding the past, particularly the sophisticated dress and societal structures of ancient civilizations like Egypt, can inspire modern individuals. It emphasizes the continuity of human endeavor and the perpetual quest for beauty and order. Remembering the schenti is not just recalling a piece of fabric. It's acknowledging a thread in the tapestry of human history that weaves through our collective ancestry to the present, urging us to appreciate and learn from the legacy of greatness that has been passed down through the ages. In the shadow of the towering pyramids, the ancient Egyptian civilization thrived, a testament to its ingenuity and ambition. During the Old Kingdom, a period of about 5 centuries, Egypt established a framework that would influence subsequent generations. It was an era when the divine right of kings was unquestioned, and the pharaohs were seen as gods on earth, mediators between the heavens and the people. The social hierarchy was rigid, yet it allowed for a degree of mobility, often evidenced through attire. The schenti, a simple yet significant garment, evolved over time, gaining complexity and elegance in its design, mirroring the progression of the society that created it. Nobles and officials would often have intricately pleated shentas, displaying their wealth and meticulousness, while the working class would wear simpler, yet still respectable, versions of the same. Artisans and craftsmen were highly valued in this society, for their skills were necessary to both the living and the afterlife. They crafted statues, painted tombs, and carved hieroglyphs, ensuring that the legacy of their patrons would endure for millennia. The Old Kingdom was a golden age for these craftsmen, as their work was essential to the expression of the cultural and religious ethos of the time. The greatness of this civilization was not solely in its monumental architecture or the luxuriousness of its noble classes' attire, but in its stable governance, complex religion, and the creation of an art style that would remain iconic for thousands of years. It was a society that celebrated life while being deeply fascinated with the afterlife, as seen in their elaborate burial practices and tomb paintings. Learning about this civilization instills a deep sense of wonder and respect for what humanity can achieve. The ancient Egyptians remind us that our reach for greatness is timeless, that art and culture are enduring pursuits. By studying their past, we gain not just knowledge but also inspiration, a powerful reminder of the heights to which we can aspire, echoing the grandeur of the pyramids that continue to stand as sentinels of a remarkable legacy. As the sun set on the limestone-clad pyramids, casting long shadows over the Nile's fertile banks, the Old Kingdom's ancient Egyptians went about their lives with a rhythm that spoke of their deep connection to the land and the divine. The Nile was the lifeblood of this civilization, its inundations bringing both the threat of destruction and the promise of renewed fertility. The annual flood deposited rich silt on the fields, allowing farmers to grow the crops that would feed a nation and build an empire. In this structured society, the pharaoh was both ruler and god, the apex of a vast administrative system that included viziers, scribes, and priests, each with their own roles in maintaining the kingdom's stability and prosperity. The pharaoh's word was law, and his or her well-being was considered crucial to the maintenance of Ma'at, the order and balance of the universe. This era saw remarkable advancements in science and mathematics, necessary for building the pyramids, those eternal tombs of the pharaohs, which were believed to be portals to the afterlife. These colossal structures required not only architectural genius but also the collective effort of tens of thousands, from quarrymen to architects, and the coordination of a nation to ensure that each block was placed with precision. The pharaohs of the Old Kingdom ensured their immortality through the construction of these tombs, but they also left a legacy of cultural achievements. From the Sphinx to the lesser-known but equally impressive statues and temples, they used art to convey their power, their relationship with the gods, and their place in the cosmic order. The Old Kingdom's decline did not come swiftly but as a slow ebbing away of power, caused by factors like climatic changes, political strife, and economic difficulties. Yet, the seeds of greatness sown during those centuries would sprout again in the Middle and New Kingdoms, each time with a renewed sense of identity and purpose. To understand the Old Kingdom is to touch the stones of the past, to feel the echo of ancient footsteps in the corridors of time. It is to realize that our civilization, like the Nile, has its cycles of flood and ebb, growth and decline. The legacy of ancient Egypt reminds us that what endures is not merely stone or artifacts but the human spirit's unyielding pursuit of transcendence, order, and the eternal. The echoes of the Old Kingdom resonate through the corridors of history, illuminating the grandeur of a civilization that understood the intricate dance of humanity with the cosmos. The pharaohs of this age were not mere mortals but embodiments of Horus, the sky god, and stewards of the land that stretched as far as the eye could see. Education and knowledge were highly valued, and the role of the scribe was one of the most prestigious. Through the careful records on papyrus, the wisdom of the Nile was transmitted, detailing everything from the mundane tasks of daily life to the sacred rituals that upheld the world's balance. Medicine, astronomy, and engineering were fields of considerable achievement, fostered by a society that believed in the power of knowledge to elevate both the individual and the state. Religion permeated every aspect of life, with a pantheon of gods overseeing the natural and divine order. Temples were not just places of worship but centers of learning and community life. The priests who served in these temples were not only mediators between the gods and people but also guardians of knowledge, overseeing the libraries that held the collective memory of the nation. The artistic legacy of the Old Kingdom was not limited to its colossal monuments. Delicate jewelry, intricate carvings, and the vibrant frescoes that adorned the tombs of nobles were all expressions of an artistic vision that sought to capture the essence of life and the afterlife. These works were not just for display. They served as magical conduits ensuring safe passage and prosperity in the world beyond. Despite the eventual decline of the Old Kingdom, its influence never waned. The subsequent periods of Egyptian history looked back to this golden age for inspiration, seeking to recapture its stability, prosperity, and connection to the divine. The wisdom of the pharaohs was a guiding light, a star by which to navigate the often turbulent waters of history. Today, as we tread the line between past and present, the Old Kingdom's legacy invites us to reflect on our own place in the march of time. We are reminded that civilizations are judged not just by their achievements but by their contributions to the human story. The pyramids still stand, not just as tombs, but as symbols of humanity's undying quest for meaning, a reminder that what we build and the knowledge we gather are the true pyramids we leave behind for future generations. Click like, subscribe, and share this channel.